Okay. So, I had a inopportune power outage. Just random power surge, ruining everything. But we're back. And luckily, it's a simple string of actions to get me back to where it was before. Let me just post the new stream link on Tumblr again. What made it worse is that I was also putting off a Windows update, so I definitely would have been back like 15 minutes sooner, if not for that. Alright, sent. And I need to put the translation link. Paste. Pen. Okay, we're back. We're so back. We're so back. Nisha takes care of this guy. It was no speed. That's right. I was mixing up levels. Run over here. Finn runs up here and casts a javelin. Runs as far north as he can. Quan does the same. Ethlyn. No. Lex runs over here. Takes a brave axe to this guy. And this is the big level. Yeah. Now Eflin comes over here, Lightbrand. And then recruit. Alright, let's rewind, act like I didn't talk about Lachesis last time before everything went wrong. So, where are my notes? Scroll down back to where I was. Okay. So, Not going to do any gaffes like I did last time. Just playing it straight. Lachesis, in Japanese, her name is written Rakeshisu. And this is just the name for Lachesis, the middle sister of the three Moirai, or as you'll be more familiar calling them, the three Fates. Between her youngest sister Clotho and the eldest sister Atropos. Lachesis' role amongst the Fates is to measure out the threads that her younger sister is spinning, and the length of the thread determines the length of one's life. Furthermore, according to The Republic, written by Plato, Lachesis is depicted as giving out lots to the souls of the dead, and from there she's granting different pathways that people can walk in their next life. It seems like this ties mostly to Lachesis having relations to death in her character, with her older brother Eldigan being fated to die in chapter 3. Whether she intervenes or not, he meets the same fate. And that Lachesis is given the Earth Sword, which has the Nosferatu property that she is able to take life, drain life from another and use it for herself. That's sort of the extent of it. There's a possibility that Lachesis was made... Let me sort out my thoughts. Lachesis belonged to the lineage of Hother, the Black Knight. Okay, cool. My power didn't go out that time. It could have been an intentional decision, as the Moirai, the Fates, have been depicted as daughters of Nyx, who is the goddess of night, and the sister of Erebus, who is the god of darkness. So it's possible that there was something intentional there, but that's just the loosest of speculation. Unfortunately, she can't do anything this turn. She's stuck at Nordion, but let's talk about Nordion. How about that? Notes. Here we go. So Nordion, as we call it in English, is a minor localization change. Nordion seems to invoke a common word in various European languages, Nord, or I believe in French it would be Nor. The D, I think, is silent. But this word in various languages means north. I've seen it speculated a bit less that it could be related to the French department of Nord. It's one of the northernmost regions of France. But more often, you will see suggestions that it relates to Normandy, which is one of the northernmost regions of France, which get their name from the Normans, who are a cultural group that came from the intermingling of Norse Vikings that inhabited parts of France, as well as the native Franks. And notably, when written in Old Norse, their name would be Northmather, which really just means Northman, or Northman. But we see the use of the eth, in place of the d that we would use, and it can be pronounced as a th or a d, just depending on context. Where was I? It was under a interesting figure, a Viking leader turned Frankish noble, who was called Rollo, who would make Normandy into a unified land under the French crown. And perhaps the most known thing about the people of Normandy was the conquest of England, led by William the Conqueror. But aside from that, there's not too much to say on this speculation. I don't believe any of it was an intentional decision on the side of the Japanese team, and I can't say confidently that any of it really is an element of the Japanese name. Sorry, mixing up wires in my head. I can't confidently say that these elements of Normandy were an intentional decision from the localization team from 8-4 when they were working on Awakening. As for the Japanese name, it is written as such, Nodion, or you'll see it written on the map as Nodion. From what I've seen, not too many people have taken a shot at interpreting the name. The only thing that I've seen amongst the Japanese community, at least, is a suggestion that it's from Nod, which, according to the Bible, it's the land that Cain makes his home after he is exiled for killing his brother Abel. I have a considerably different theory of origin. I think the name is meant to relate to a largely lost Celtic god that is believed to be called Nodens, or sometimes you'll see it written Nodons. And for context, nope, come on, here we go. In Japanese, Nodens would be written Nodens, And Nodons is written Nodons. Based off what little information we have in regards to Nodons, which originates from a place called Lydney Park. It's in Gloucestershire, I believe. Yeah, Gloucestershire, along the River Severns. From what we can parse off of the little scripts that are available, he was considered a god of healing and a god of war. He was a warrior who is noted by, I believe that there are Roman scripts present at the site that note a equivalency to the Roman god Mars, and I think it's worth keeping in the back of our head that Ares is also a Greek equivalent to Mars, so perhaps leave that lingering in the back of your mind whenever we get to the second generation. The names that we use, Nodens and Nodons, are largely just interpretations to the best of our ability, as the site itself uses dative terminology that use the terminology. Well, that's a bit redundant, but it says Nodenti or Nodonti, and from there it's speculated that the god would be called Nodens or Nodons, and Nodens is the name is a cognate that it has similar origins to other Celtic deities, most notably Nudd from Welsh myth, and Nuaza from Irish myth. And I want to talk a bit more about this latter one because I think it ties into some names that we will find related. Okay, no, I can't say that. It ties into names that I interpret to be related to House Nordian. A better way to word that, I suppose, would be characters that relate to House Nordian. I believe their names tie into the use of Nodens better when considering it as a cognate to Nuaza. So, to go a bit deeper, Nuaza Argitlam, or literally silver hand or silver arm, was the first king of the I know I've said their names before in this series, but just for those unfamiliar, the Tuath de Danann, which is basically the pantheon of the key pantheon of Irish mythology and culture. And so he was the first king of the Tuath de Danann whenever they originally came to Ireland, and they soon found themselves in conflict against the people who settled the land before them, who are called the Firbolg. During the first battle of Magtoirid, let me actually write that down too. They, the Tuatha would go in conflict against the Firbolg, and Nuaza himself would challenge their key champion by the name of Sreng. Three Houses fans. Yes, that's where the land north of Gautier gets its name from. And Sreng, being a skilled warrior of the Firbolg, managed to cut off one of Nuaza's arms. And according to the laws of kingship, despite the victory of the Tuatha De Danann over the Firbolg, Nuaza was no longer fit to reign because he was no longer considered unblemished. In his place, he would be replaced. That's redundant. In his place would be a prince by the name of Bress. Sometimes you'll see it written with 2 S's at the end, who was the child of Eryu. If I can type right, I can't. When did I get rid of fixed? Okay, Eryu is the name of his mother, who belonged to the Tuatha De Danann, but his father was a man by the name of Elatha, who belonged to the Fomorians, which was a antagonistic group that sought to claim Ireland for themselves after the Tuatha De Danann settled there. And under the rule of the Fomorians, the Tuatha De Danann would be greatly taxed, and in reaction they would rebel, once again led by Nuaza, but he was now he had grafted to his shoulder a silver arm that was crafted by the physician of the gods. I would like to say more, but that would involve talking about characters that we have yet to see. So perhaps keep this subject of Nordian and this, my interpretation of how it relates to Nodens in the back of your mind for whenever we meet some other folks from House Nordian. And with that, I think we get to actually play the game again. Crazy, I know. It's turn 5, right? I can't see. Actually, I can. Not this screen? Not that screen. No. This one? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Every time, every time. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. right. Let's save here. All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's charge Sacred forward. So Lance Knight, Sword Knight, Axe Knight, Axe Knight, Lance Knight. This is our first time facing Ballista. Just have Lachesis heal up her knights to get some lovely experience. And forgot Finn was that low. Suppose I'll just run down here and chuck a javelin. Not a bad idea. Yep. Get Finn healed up a bit. I don't think this will get to him to full. But it'll certainly improve his survivability. And we can drop Ethlyn over there. Madir can sit here and remain out of enemy range. Yeah, I'll just sit right there. Have Nisha run up. I don't know what the play is with Do. Because he's probably not going to be able to take any riches off of the folks up here, I don't think. But I don't know how well he'll do. Over in Immaculate. I don't know. Deirdre's probably gonna want to stay around here to deal with Clement. Because there's not any mages over here, I don't think. I don't remember any coming from over there. I know Arden is going to need to come over here to get that wonderful follow-up band. But, no, stop trying to do that. Sure. And now that we're here, we should be able to visit Nordian, I think. I don't think you need to... I was gonna say seize, but it's not like he sees it anyways. I don't think he... I think it's fine to just go in there and use the facilities, I guess, if that's how I'm gonna word it. I mean, I said it, so that's how I worded it. He should be able to make use of the shop and arena in there. Anyways, yeah, Quan tanks like a champ. Now we have everyone moving. Finn gets the kill because he's cool like that. All right. This guy's hit rate is, yeah, pretty high since he has weapon advantage, but Finn should be fine. He should tank these ballista fine. Oh, yeah, perfectly fine. It's okay. Dodging is even better. And yeah, this cleric's gonna heal up. And does Philip move too? He does. Interesting. All right. So with that, the bargain ring village has been reached. So now the timer is officially on. I mean, it's always been on, but okay. How am I going to do this? I mean, first of all, no point. We will have Lachesis continue to heal up her mates. Okay. Let's have Idane run over here so she can also get some wonderful EXP. And keep Arden next to her. Azelle wants to move a bit closer. Actually, I can't recall what if Idane's able to use warp to get someone to Nordian. I mean, I would assume not, considering that would just trivialize being able to make your way over here, but I don't know. It's been a while. What am I doing over here? Quan is going to want to retreat a bit. Javelin this guy before retreating. Okay, Quan. Thanks for missing that. Okay, Madeir. Take some shots with your bow. Gets the kill, no problem. Alright. Let's see. I'll have him... I'll just put him here. So that he can serve as decent bait. And I can have Sigurd charge in. You should handle this guy just fine. Very nice, very nice. I'll plop him there. Philip has 35 attack. That's kind of spooky. But you shouldn't have anything aside from Pavis, however you want to say it. Hit rates are pretty rough there. But you can pretty swiftly handle the lance guys up here. It's not like he's taking much damage from anyone. I'll retreat a little bit, get him out of Philip's range. And let's, give Alec a bit of a time to shine. That should be fine. I could have moved him. See, definitely want to 35 and has 11 defense. These guys do 17. So Finn would just take 6 from one of these guys. But his range perfectly overlaps with Philip. So I guess maybe the play is to scooch Finn over here. Finn or Nisha can block one of Madeir's sides, so he's at less risk. Their defenses are the same. Finn can double though. Oh. Interesting. So Philip can't hit over here. So yeah, I think... What's... His move is 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's a legal play. Let's go for it. Hopefully it works out. Thank you, Finn. You have a better hit rate than your liege, and I am ever thankful for it. I say that, but Quan literally had 91 hit. He just missed because he's bad. Yes, I know I just said one of the factually, statistically best unit of Gen 1 is bad. It's a joke. Also, not a joke is Ethlyn being incredible. Actually, okay, no, she does not have better defenses. But I will... His range is to this trio of spaces. Where can Nisha go? We can go to the lowermost one. Yeah, we'll go with that. Everyone else moved. Next turn. Okay. Takes the bait. Midir dodges anyways. He's a fool. He gave Lex weapon triangle advantage. And this guy goes for Nisha. He lives just fine. Ah, right, the ballista. Yep. Get this guy back to full. And Philip just goes for Sigurd. Alright. Let's make another save. Yeah, I should be fine at this point to save over a turn 2 save. Let's see. Give Lachesis a bit more healing XP. I might as well test my question. Okay, no. You can only warp to seized castles. which Nordian is considered an ally castle. Anyways, Arden, keep making your trek. One day I will remember to not mess that up. Let's buy that mage ring. That's not what I wanted. Let's go to the Colosseum. And Azel should be able to easily handle this, and if not, he has 2 healers around him. Okay, thanks. Glad I tried. I'll give it one more attempt. Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay. You did what you tried. That was definitely a sentence. Okay. So back at this mess. We're looking at 3711. Okay. Deer doesn't necessarily need that money from the return ring. We could do with some more XP. Let's see. Right, 17 defense is the spooky part. Ethelyn wouldn't be a bad option. What's Killer Bow doing again? Okay, Killer Bow does 10. He'll most likely double. So that would be a clean kill. It's definitely not a bad idea. I think I will go for that. All right. What kind of level we got? Skill, speed, HP. That's fine. You can make use of that return ring to get some XP off of the Pegasus Knights, going for Evan later. I forgot to talk about Philip, so let's do that. Notes, where are my notes? Okay, here we go. So Philip is fairly simple. In Japanese, his name is written as such, Philippe. This is the most common way that you'll find the name Philip be written. And while similar to Elliot, there's a lot of uses of the name Philip throughout history. It seems like he's most likely named after King Philip. What number antecedes? That's the reverse of precede. What number antecedes And what nationality does he hail? If I can actually type, is King Philip II of France. He was an ally to a face that you may recognize. Richard the Lionheart, against Richard's father, King Henry II of England. And Philip was aiding to get Richard onto the throne. Later, they would also collaborate once more during the Third Crusade. That said, there was building tension between the two of them, as Richard broke off a arranged marriage that he was to have with Philip's sister. And part of the large dowry that Philip had given Richard for this arrangement was a territory of France, called that. I meant to look up pronunciations before stream, but that didn't happen, so you're gonna have to suffer with me saying Vexine. And maybe that's right. It's probably not. But this territory remained under Richard despite the arranged marriage being called off. But Philip was fortunate enough to hear that Richard was captured on his return from the Middle East in Austria, and upon learning this news, he launched a full offensive a full offensive against Normandy, which at the time was ruled by the English, and the territory of Vexine, which we then see a parallel to this occurrence in the game, in which Eldigan gets captured and is imprisoned at Augusti, and in reaction, Bordeaux of Herine, or Highline, as we call it in this patch, they launch a offensive against Nordian upon learning of Eldigan's capture. I feel like I might have talked in circles there. I'm a bit fatigued right now. But that's why we're almost done. Anyway, King Philip II is also notable because of his role in ending the long-lasting Merovingian dynasty during the Battle of Bouvines, I believe it's pronounced. And yeah, that's Philip. Anyway, we have business to take care of. Alright. I think I'm just going to have Finn chuck a javelin, and he misses. Okay. we'll have Lex take care of this fella. I think I'll just have him charge right. Okay. What might be the play is to run my calves further ahead and then try and give some of these armors to my other folk. We can try it. I'll get Ethlyn to heal up her brother. And I'll have Sigurd yeah, I'll have him take out this lower ballista and then run north. Yeah. Do combat here. Charge full west. Get a level while we're at it. Alec really making sure that he goes on the bench, huh? This will be out of everyone's range, except for the ballista, but he should live. Right, and one can come over here and he'll be fine. And that should be everything? Yes. All right. He takes the bait with Dew, gives him his money. No double, but it's fine. And he charges over 2. Deer dodges, because of course. That cleric really knows how to get it done. Some classic 1 HP heal EXP. Does he have? I forgot that Bordeaux has a bow. Okay. What do I want to do? I think I'll give some XP to Deirdre. Just a little something. Have Duke loop over here, steal someone else's money, and get a level for it. Just luck. Very classy, very classy. Just out of range for an Arden kill. How does Lacus's perform? Not great. And Azel's out of range. I guess I'll just come over here, have Lacus's heal Azel. Who do I want to give the armor kill? Is anyone close to leveling up? Not really. I'll just let do feed off this priest for a bit. And Azel's definitely not fit to go back into the arena. See how much damage Madeir can put on this armor. Alright, seems like a good setup for someone else. I think I'll just have Madeir do what he can to this ballista. Charge north. Bombardier has really solid hit rates against this armor, despite weapon triangle disadvantage. So we'll get him a nice level up. Just another magic level up. I mean, everything else was really good, so I'm definitely very pleased with how Finn's been turning out. And this is another level on Quan. Strength defense and a funny res level. That's pretty wild. Yeah, I'll give the Brave Axe another. I was gonna say another kill, but it doesn't really matter. He's the only person who gets to wield it. And he gets defense and res. We got a comedian over here. Yeah, that's a bit harsh to say. He's been leveling up really, really nice. Who do I want Ethlin to heal up right now? Sigurd should be fine, I think. Yeah, I'll just have her heal up Quan. Really? That was supposed to be dues. Why do you have to... Ah, okay. He's stupid. Alright. That should be 6 more turns with the northernmost village. Let's get our save in. We're on turn 9, right? Okay, no, this is turn 10. So I think I'm just gonna have to go all out and taking out Bordeaux. Alright, let's... What does he drop again? I completely zoned out. Right. Resistance ring. Barrier ring. I don't know why I thought that was defense ring earlier, when he very apparently has +5 res. I'm a little silly sometimes. All right. Okay, do. Arden EXP? No. I'll just keep Arden trucking on. It's not really worth it to give it to Deirdre. Yeah. Just something for Ira. Let me actually do some work up here. See what damage is looking like. No. It was Lex who we want to take care of. Something down here. Crap, can no one? Oh, that stinks. Alec, you're my only hope. All right. Let's see. Quan, chuck a javelin. Very nice. Crap. I thought Quan was good and didn't need, my brain's definitely not good, that's for sure. I thought Quan had another point of move so he could move up and Finn could throw another javelin. I guess I'll just Sigurd and hope to win. Oh hey, I Sigurd and hope to win. Alright. Before capturing, let's talk about both Bordeaux and his castle. So, in Japanese, Bordeaux's name is written as so. Bordeaux. This is unequivocally how you would write Bordeaux. This is the name of the 6th largest city in France and is considered the wine capital of the world. Built on a bend of the... Again, I meant to look up pronunciations. Garonne, I believe. There we go. The Garonne River. Bordeaux began as a Celtic town by the name of Burdigalda. That's not right. Burdigala. During the Merovingian dynasty, Bordeaux would have a period of revitalization and would be elevated to a county, which would regularly come into conflict with the Basques from the south and the Normans of the north. That's the wrong tab. It is known for Le Port de la Lune, or the Port of the Moon. Its famed harbor, which received the name that it has because of the crescent-shaped bend on the River Garonne that it's built upon. I don't see any specific intention behind the use of the name Bordeaux here. There's a few names throughout the game where you might read it as simply making references to locations known for wine or specific types of wine. I'm on the fence on if that is an intentional decision, but it most certainly could be. This is, as I've said before, this is a game where you have people named after athletes next to historical and mythological figures, so I don't really know. It really could just be anything, I suppose. But Bordeaux does tie into the general French theming that we get in Augustria, so there's that at least. Then we have the name of this lovely castle. You've seen it many, many times. In this patch, I've had it called Highland, which is something I'm sure a lot of people are disoriented about, but I have my reasonings. So in Japanese, the name is written as such, Hairain, and when you look at like the name on the map, in the original Japanese, it's been romanized as Hairain, written in this way, which I hope is not just me who repeatedly misread this or read this and assumed that it was pronounced Hairine, or Hairhine, because whenever I first played the game, that's how I always said it. But no, this is supposed to be Hairine, and there's two common interpretations that I found. To start, the interpretation that was used in regards to the name that we find in this game, in this translation, is that it's a corruption of Hairando, which is Highland, or the Highlands, and is meant to invoke the Scottish Highlands. The northernmost region of Scotland, or the northern half, approximate half of Scotland, that continued to hold great pride in the clan structure of Scotland long after the establishment of the first Scottish kings, and it led to a common interpretation of the Highlands being a lawless land that was willing and able to challenge the established authority of the crown. And when the King James VI acquired enough military strength, he made sure that he would use it to put the clans of the Highlands in their place, to knock them around and make sure that they were under the idea that he was over them and not the other way around. Something like that. And the name High Rhine, when interpreted this way, you could also think of it as a compound of Highlands. Sorry, no, I misspoke. It can be interpreted as a truncation of a term known as the Highland Line, which there's also the Highland Line, which is a train service in Scotland. This is a different. Did I just say train service? It's the train track, but that's not the Highland Line. We're talking about the Highland Line is a term that has been used to refer to the border that breaks the Highlands from the lowlands. So that's something worth considering. And if we are to go against my interpretation of what Eliot's name is originating from, and instead think of it as relating to Clan Eliot, you can then think of it as relating to those two names tying together in the sense of how Clan Eliot is infamous for their border raids, but then that leaves Bordeaux as a odd one out, but I digress. So the name Highland, as it's written in this project, is derived from a Scottish variant of the word Highland that is occasionally used. And after that... Oh, sorry, no. There's one other interpretation of the name, and it's a more literal reading of High Rhine, referring to the High Rhine, or as you'll find it written in German, the Hochrhein, which is a region of the Rhine River, and it stretches between the German city of Constance and the Swiss city of Basel. I've seen oh, sorry, no, I'm getting ahead of my notes. Basel, okay, yeah. In case it's not apparent enough, I'm ending stream as soon as I finish this up. There doesn't seem to be anything else to elaborate in regards to High Rhine, aside from it being European and other parts of the Rhine being on the border of France and Germany. I don't know any specifics, anything that really would tie this together, unfortunately. I do have one other theory. I think just hit my mic stand, sorry. And that's that the name is a truncation of Heinlein. That's not right. Heinlein, which would be in reference to an American sci-fi author that you may know the name of, Robert A. Heinlein, who is best known for works like Stranger in a Strange Land, and far more famously, I believe far more famously, Starship Trooper. That said, I haven't done nearly enough digging into this name. I meant to before stream, but I'm really good at saying I mean to do things before stream now, aren't I? So, other than it being an English writer, and that also relating to the name of Elliot, I cannot say for certain, oh, this is what they were going for, the other suggestions are wrong. Really, High Rhine is just an enigma of a name to me, which unfortunately is just far too common in Augustria. But with that, we are gonna wrap up stream. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. I know this streams really, because of my internet issues, have been a bit of a mess, a bit chaotic, but here we are. We're done. Yeah. I will stop here. I'll see y'all next Saturday, most likely. Goodbye.